Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. I hope you're doing good. Now, Taurus, listen. Spirit says that the soil of your life has been tilled and turned, and now the seeds you've planted begin to sprout in unexpected ways. Spirit invites you to soften and receive. Something precious is ready to bloom, and it has your name woven into its roots. And with that, let's take a deeper look at what else Spirit wants you to know. But you can be assured that you've already blossomed something here. It's just coming in unexpected ways. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. And this is for Taurus and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So listen, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Okay, I get this thing that you can hear the unspoken words from the ancient ones, from the cosmos, from your higher self. Whatever you believe in, just know that you are hearing some type of wisdom that is coming from the unseen, and it is nudging your intuition. Because you came equipped with spiritual allies, Taurus, okay? This is a contract you have with your spiritual allies when you came into this life. Don't doubt your wisdom. You are being guided right now to voice whatever it is that you feel is necessary to translate for someone else. Now, yes, there may be something here where you're, having a conversation with the spiritual world or with your higher self. But whatever it is, it's about you receiving to give. So let's get a little bit more about this listen here. And Spirit is whispering something to you. Spirit is whispering something about receiving without fear. Let's get a little bit more about this listen. And I can't help but see something here. I feel something's going on powerfully with receiving something back tenfold here. Just see the word 10 on this. Just if I cover that, you'll see that. Okay, so we'll just see, but let's see. Okay, pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Yeah, your spiritual allies are giving you signs in the seen and the unseen. So make sure that you are resting. Because whatever you've been waiting for, it has been worth the wait, okay? And your season of peace is finally here. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Taurus. You're in a sacred process of self-actualization. Well, this makes sense too, because what did Spirit say? The soil of your life has been tilled and turned. Now the seeds you've planted begin to sprout. This is it. And it's sprouting in unexpected ways. The merge or the emergence has already begun. And it's you. You're lining up to something really important for you to channel. Okay, so trust the things that you do channel from your higher self, from Spirit, from the ancient ones. Again, guides, your spiritual allies. Oh, look at this. And I would say, take a step back. Something is coming in miraculous ways. It's already unfolding. Your soul's wish is being granted because you're doing something right. Take it easy with yourself, Taurus, okay? You're being asked to be easy on yourself so that you can pay attention to important things, subtle things that you are encoded to pick up on, to receive. What else? Ooh, yes. I already told you that you've been encoded with this. You're in a sacred process of self-actualization because you're syncing with your sacred soul's design. Just like, Spirit said, now the seeds you've planted begin to sprout in unexpected ways. You've been doing something, yes, in the material world, but also in the unseen world. And so you've been planting seeds in two worlds simultaneously. That takes a lot of energy, by the way, especially when you're tuned in and aware of it, or try to be. Wow. I would say the only thing that could challenge some of you, Taurus, not all of you, but maybe something that could challenge some of you, Taurus, is to feel that you have to do something with more effort than necessary. Okay, so just try to pay attention to that because you're embodying the divine feminine aspect, whether you're male or female, but you're embodying the lunar feminine energy, right? The intuitive energy, and also the energy of allowing a season to be. Just like the moon goes through its own cycles, and so does nature, right? Seasons and cycles. All right, so let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Yeah, you know what? You are getting warning signs too when something is feeling heavy or people or a person. Some don't want the light, don't drag them, because it is a drag. It's a drag on your energy. It's a drag on your future fortunes and miracles. And you're on the move. And you're not on the move where you're having to go fast. You're on the move where you're maintaining a sense of integrity and balance. And Spirit is witnessing this. So are your spiritual allies. And this is why you're being helped beyond the physical realm. Just know this, Taurus. And I know it may take a brave heart here because you have poured a lot of your energy into a situation hoping something would change, something would lighten up. Maybe someone would be enlightened. Well, Spirit says, let me take care of them. You do your thing. You're busy allowing something to unfold on your behalf. Let's continue and see what else. Woo! Embrace the majesty within. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. See? Some don't want the light, don't drag them. And you embrace the majesty within, right? You're taking a sacred stance. Remember, I was talking about you being in this position of some, integrity. And that's what you're doing. You've already activated the royalness within your own soul's codes. And it does take a lot of bravery, actually, to embrace the majesty within. Because that means that we have to stand in this place, whether people like it or not. But it's a part of you that you cannot deny because it's part of your soul's sacred design. And you better believe that when you're sinking in with your sacred design, you get blessed in a myriad of ways. So just know that Spirit is watching you do something very powerful right now, especially because you've had to take a lot of your energy to heal a situation. Let's continue and see what else. Let the truth unfold. Its purpose will become clear. Okay, something went awry here. Something was really just has you questioning things, okay? And it could be off-putting, actually. But let the truth continue to unfold There is some type of purpose. You will gain truth. You will gain clarity. And it's important for you to allow it to unfold without forcing it, right? So here you are just floating on your boat, just doing your thing. There's some type of purpose here. I'm getting a situation where we may have had the Ten of Swords too, where we had some type of painful ending or an unexpected maybe attack or betrayal here. Or the betrayal was a long and enduring situation where someone just does not want to change, right? And I don't want to say that you're forcing them to change. I feel that there may have been something where there was like hope. But let's get a little bit more about this truth. I get air sign coming through. What's important for Taurus to know about this truth? Let the truth unfold. Its purpose will become clear. The other thing that I'm getting to, Taurus, is I'm talking about the ancient ones. You know, the earth truly remembers your worth. Okay? I hope you remember your worth too, because the earth remembers your worth. Compassion. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend, be a loving comforter who always has your back. You're too hard on yourself, Taurus. You're too hard on yourself. So compassion is where it's at. This is where you are allowing the compassion of roots to grow into your sacred ground, your sacred foundation. Because Spirit is going to show and prove to you that love and stability will flow into your life. In fact, it's already flowing into your life. Don't be hard on yourself. You're embracing the majesty within. You're remembering your worth, maybe from past life, or just remembering something because you've synced something right here by not doing something or staying stagnant. Let's continue and see what else. Create rhythm where the gaps live. All right, so we've got to watch out for something that could actually turn toxic if we're not careful. And, you know, I don't want to sound like it's a bad or negative thing. I'm just saying that, you know, something left, right? Something created a gap in our life. Something that once filled our life now has a gap for something new. And maybe it's rest. Maybe it's doing something creative. Maybe it's just doing something fun. Maybe it's some type of hobby or interest or study course, you know, whatever it is. Be willing to do that. Let's get more about create rhythm where the gaps live. There could be something about music and dancing too for a lot of you, Taurus. But you are creating rhythm. This is the thing. You are creating a new rhythm. The more that you listen and trust the guidance that you're getting from a place where, yes, you might feel alone, right? You might feel like you're the only one who understands something or who gets something. But I assure you, you're not alone. See, the unspoken speaks and you receive it. You hear the unspoken words. It comes to you. You are receiving things and Spirit wants you to express it. Oh, wait, those are the signs. There was something here I felt like where it's time to act on its wisdom. You know, it's like don't hesitate to say something or to, you know, share something important. Yeah, by right. Okay, see? Ooh. See, I really do feel that Ten of Swords was a strong one for you. You know, the Ten of Swords, what I was talking about earlier, that feeling like you've been attacked or betrayed, a painful ending of some type, you actually activated karma because you embraced the majesty within. You didn't lower yourself into a bad situation, into something that could be a vicious cycle. Or whether it's a vicious cycle or not, a cycle you don't want to be in. So see, this is where we're creating a new rhythm. Now, there may be something with trying to pay attention, you know, when the mind takes too much of your energy, right? So get out of the mind, get back into the heart. But just know that you activated a karmic balance. What else? And this is why you want to create a new rhythm, because we don't want to activate something old, right? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but it still lingers, okay? It still lingers. But just know that just know Spirit is giving you some type of truth here about this situation. You're getting ready to receive. And I get this message that Spirit wants you to receive without fear, worry, stress. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. This can come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What did I say, Taurus? The earth remembers your worth. The ancient ones remembers your worth. And you are too, or you will be. You're going to enter a season of soft miracles, okay? Because there is something about the quiet road that you've been on is absolutely leading to rich rewards. Let's continue and see what else. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. And there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. And I you know, remember, Taurus, I was getting this message too about just trying to pay attention to whether you feel that you have to take a more aggressive approach or a stronger approach to something than necessary. Because you are being asked to step back so Spirit can step in for you. This may be also the new rhythm that you're creating. Enjoying a time of patience, especially when we're always having to do, or be on the go, or whatever, right? Busy, busy, busy. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know, Taurus. Oh, yeah, I really get this thing about being strong and brave because you're built that way. You know, I really get like a strength card coming through, okay? So that would be associated with Leo. So just take that how you want to. Be brave enough to surrender and wise enough to wait. Okay, so Spirit is saying don't try to choose something out of maybe desperation or just maybe out of boredom, or maybe we just feel like we're not going to get what we want. But you really are. So yes, it does take a lot of strength to let go of the past or something that's not worthy of you anymore. Because you do have the wisdom to wait for what you truly deserve. And by the way, Spirit is actually using this time of, you know, it's like play while you wait for your blessings or rest while you wait for your blessings. But during that time, Spirit is utilizing this time to connect with you in a more strong and powerful way, giving you downloads, activations that only you can receive and only you can translate. because you are a seed. In heaven's eyes, you are a seed planted here on earth. That's why you have been planting seeds in two worlds, the unseen and the seen. You really did go through it. You really did. The pain of change lives in our resistance to it. So just know that Spirit is asking you to step back so Spirit can step in. To not overdo something, overthink something, or to feel that you're having to be responsible for anything that went wrong. Just don't change, or excuse me, don't resist what has already changed. Right now, I know that can be difficult because we have to be brave here. So let's get a little bit more about the pain of change lives in our resistance to it. I keep getting this thing about being a brave heart. It's almost like having to be strong enough to, you know, love them or love a situation enough to let them go for some of you. But some of you, you definitely felt the burn of something. So let's go a bit more about the pain of change lives in our resistance to it. Oh yeah, so deception surrounds you. Pull back. Okay, so you got to pull back from something that you might feel enmeshed by, or maybe someone is trying to, maybe put up a front here. All right, because the past is trying to deceive you by appearing new. What else? And the other thing that some of you, not all of you, have to watch out for is thinking that you can change someone here. Right now, something is happening with a shift in karmic, oh wow, I was just getting something strange. A shift in karmic vows. So vows are like promises, right? So we could just say karmic shift in contract or balance, but Spirit was saying karmic vows. Yeah, you're rewriting a new karmic vow for yourself, a new promise for yourself. Ooh, Taurus, your light humbles without effort. Wow. Just know that there's something about your presence, your light, your energy that says a lot to others. So just know that you have this thing about you that is exquisite. I mean, look at this. Embrace the majesty within. I mean, I'm not trying to say this to like feed the ego, right? This isn't about being egotistical, but this is about being proud of yourself. That you have come to a place of understanding that you're not going to lower your standards. And you're also not willing to hang on to things that damage your spirit, because you've been doing something I feel for many lifetimes to get to a place where you are resilient spiritually to the swords, the thorns, the toxicity that life can plant in a soul's, or in someone's soul if they don't tend to it. Let's continue and see what else. The wait ripens into a blessing. Take a step back, Taurus. Spirit is saying that what will appear in your life will be the answer to your prayers, but it's not going to be you chasing it. It's not going to be you having to force it. It's going to just happen. It will just happen. This is part of you allowing yourself to receive in ways that maybe you're not used to. Maybe you're not used to things being easy or effortless. You're better off waiting, right? Don't do something here. Just watch out for something or someone, okay? Especially if we feel that we have to, if we feel rushed or pressured into something. Those are two big warning indicators that it's off. Let's continue and see what else. Your breakdown is becoming your breakthrough. And just know that your roots are stronger than any storm, okay? Because your beauty, your energy is beauty, okay? That not only heals you, but it does heal others. And Spirit has big plans for you, Taurus. So don't stop. See, Taurus, someone chose something here by either behavior or decision. Their downgrade is their karma. Yours is peace. Yours is blessings. Yours is a breakthrough. And for some of you, Taurus, you may not feel that this is going to be true, but it will be. But you have to allow Spirit to step in now. You have to let it go, right? And some of you, yes, I know you've let it go. Now you're just allowing yourself to be peaceful. Especially if we've had to go through a lot of turmoil, anger, resentment, right? All of that takes time to process. But again, the beauty of it is you allow yourself to process it. This is why your light humbles without effort. Because you're a soul that doesn't hang on to unnecessary energy hooks. Because when too much energy hooks takes over in the energetic system of a soul, it starts to affect the physical. You can see people wear their sadness on them, their scars on them, their worries on them. Let's continue and see what else. I wouldn't doubt if you are someone that people just are kind of surprised by your age. You probably look younger than your age, or you will if you're a younger person right now. But anyhow, sacred comfort approaches. You know, Taurus, I see that you in your king or queen position, okay, the king or queen of pentacles position, which is Taurus, okay, Virgo and Capricorn. But this is where everything has really come to surface. Everything has really blossomed into comfortable things to enjoy on earth, right? So sacred comfort approaches you. You don't have to chase after it. That's going to be the secret. What else? Yeah, your tears have been enough and peace is returning to your life. You know, your tears are turning into like this oasis here, right? So, you know, it's like your tears have been collected. They've been, you know, Spirit's been collecting it and transforming it into paradise in your soul. Because you're not going to have to carry the burden of doing something where you are questioning your integrity. You took the high road in a situation, so just know you get rewarded for that. You didn't take a step down. You took a step up. What else? Wow, see, woo, we got something a lot more powerful. I was talking about past life stuff. And look at this. Ancestral and past life imprints are shaping current events. Okay. We're just talking about the ancestors talking to you too. Now, this could be good or bad, depending on what's shaping current events right now. So let's get more about this. Let's get more about the ancestral and past life imprints are shaping current events. This is like past energy is playing out right now. Let's get more about this for Taurus. Okay, past energy. All right. Okay, try to refrain from getting too much information. Whether it's from the past, whether it's, whatever it is here, too much is going to stall your path here. So there's an imprint that's playing out. And this is some type of ancestral karmic pattern that you have shifted because you're aware of it, because it wears you down. So you're changing all of this, where you're tuning into the majesty within, the one that doesn't deny or doubt or question. You hear it, you know it, you embrace it. You're rooted in some type of ancient truth, and you're trusting it more and more. This is why you don't have to stop, get more information, ask more, do more, whatever it is. This is what you're breaking up. What else? You were chosen to lead. Oh my God, look at that. Trust your power. Look, we're just talking about you, not having to question this. You're born and destined to lead, to be in a place and a position to help others when the time is right. But they approach you in most ways, in some ways. You just got to keep continuing to trust your power. And right now, you're building your power up. Yep, you're building your power up. Inner shifts become outer blessings. And not only that, remember I was talking about the seeds, the seeds in the unseen and the seeds on the outside. That's exactly this too. The wait ripens into blessing. What else? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Spirit's so funny. And you notice where the strength card landed? It landed on the Sphinx and the compassion card here. And this is exactly what it is. You're embracing the majesty within, staying strong, grounded, rooted, but yet understanding about your position, yourself, right? Because when you can be compassionate, when you can be strong enough to be compassionate for yourself, this is where we have power. This is where we're rooted in strength and stability. Be a loving friend to yourself. Give yourself a break. Have compassion. Yes, your strength is being tested, but it's preparing you for an infinite supply of abundance. Taurus, I really feel so strong to say that you're going to be taken care of for the rest of your life. As long as you don't forget who and what you really are. Don't forget the unseen. You will always be taken care of for the rest of your life, materially. You will. Let's continue. Support is coming from every direction, even when sometimes we feel that we have to stretch that dollar or, we're running on fumes. Somehow, some way you make it. Now settle into not having to chase more, do more, be more. You already are. You're more than enough. It's actually the other way around. It's actually the other way around. And I feel strong like this because I just want to say this. It's like what was I saying? Something about more than enough. It's the other way around. It's like you're more than people can handle, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You have an intensity about your energy that is powerful and alluring, and it's unexplainable because it's coming from a long time ago. And now you're calling forth the things that belong to you, that's rightfully yours. And that includes peace, comfort, love. Yes, it's something that you want to keep traditional. Go ahead and keep it traditional. Spirit is telling me that there's something that you want to keep traditional. Go ahead. It's fine. Or maybe there's something you want to make a tradition. Go ahead. What else? Relief is near. Trust. Yes, I know you really have had, like, it's like one thing after another, I feel. So sacred comfort approaches. Relief is near. Look at the lighter side of life. Life will never give up on you. Okay, Taurus, this is so important. This is so important. It's up to you though, right? You always have a choice. The past will keep knocking. You don't have to answer though, okay? I'm just going to say that. You don't have to answer. What else? Stay focused. Look at this. We've got someone who is diligently working, right? Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving. Stay loyal. Stay dedicated to these things. But let's go a bit more about the Eight of Pentacles, because there may be something where, yes, we may need to rest, right? The wait ripens into a blessing. But we also don't want to, skip a beat here either when it's not necessary. Let's get a little bit more about the Eight of Pentacles. What's important for Taurus to know about the Eight of Pentacles? This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, you've risen and the future glows. You're mastering something. And with this whole thing about you've been chosen to lead, I mean, you could dominate your field here in an area that's important to you. Mastering your field, mastering your destiny. Stay focused. Don't feel that you have to rush either. See, this is a period where I feel, if you haven't been able to enjoy it yet, where you get to just kind of be able to take your time, right? Where, doing something over and over is really paying off. And this is the message I'm getting. It's like you're going to see where you get to put your wisdom to use. That's it. You're getting to put your wisdom to use. Or excuse me, your wisdom to use. If I can speak correctly, geez. All right. Let's see, what else? Nope, that is actually it, Taurus. Okay, now before we end the reading, Taurus, I have a couple of questions that I wanted to ask. And I don't know where it went, but let me just try to remember. It was, let me see, hang on. Taurus, it was like right in front of me. I can't even believe this. Anyway, so that might be a message for you. Something might be right in front of you and you might not see it. Anyhow, let's find out what is next for you that you need to be aware of, Taurus. What is next for Taurus? Heaven's hands are holding you. You know what? What's next for you is you're going to come into this place of knowing that you are the vessel for divine blessings. You're going to feel and sense heaven's presence surrounding you. So you're going to start to feel more and more at peace, more and more in the flow. So what's next for you is some type of undeniable spiritual presence in your life. Now, let's find out a blessing you don't see coming for Taurus. A blessing for Taurus that Taurus doesn't see coming. A new outcome is forming. Be ready. Okay, that one just flipped over. Let's get a little bit more. You're deeply seen even if you don't know it. Okay, What this is you're going to have this new outcome where all of a sudden you're going to get recognition, praise, rewards, compliments, gifts, perhaps, an increase in your revenue as well. I mean, all of these things, because something is arising within you, and it's not only a new outcome that is forming, you're changing and transforming yourself. You might even appear physically different in some aspects because something has really shifted in your favor. The hole in your heart that you felt will be filled. What was rightfully designed for, okay? So whatever you feel is missing will be replaced by abundance, by joy. I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care.